go ahead and check on your resident water player. Alrighty, everyone, we are here for the July 25th, 2025 BNR update. Weebs of the Shore have dropped a complete shocker to a lot of us. I was at work when this article came out, and I was flabbergasted reading it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get quickly into this. First and foremost, Proxia's Vault update. This is why I really love the system, and it is amazing that they are able to do this, but it is getting an errata, a tweak, a rewrite, whatever you want to call it. But Polaris is going from a 0-cost regalia to a 1-cost regalia, and it works perfectly for Proxia Vault since they don't actually come in physical booster boxes or packs that you buy. You can just print this card from the index. Weebs make it super easy for you to do that, and just updates like this make it so you can change a card if it's too strong, like Polaris was, because clearly the fact that Arizona just immediately blew up any ally aggressive deck, it was way too strong. Now they have to go minus an influence to be able to do it, but it's still a good card. Like, of course this is still going to be played. It's Arizona's main strategy. It's just going to be a little bit harder for them to keep that value engine going. But shout out to the Weebs for even making the Proxia's Vault, and of course tinkering and tuning them so they stay balanced within the current metagame. Now, the biggest shocker of them all here, as we scroll down, Lost in Thought is banned. It has finally caught the hammer that a lot of people were wanting and expecting, and it is crazy to think. This card was way too good, and I think a lot of people really didn't realize it at first, and then now as the game really progressed, people were like, wow, this is problematic. So as much as I don't want to, I do agree with his banning. Lost in Thought was just way too strong. It allowed Genbu decks to draw multiple cards in turn. And it was just a staple in any water deck. If you were playing water, you threw it in, gave you free Frostborn Paladins with a floating buff, because you could use Lost in Thought in response to the on-enter. Just so many cool tricks with it. And yeah, it's to be expected here, especially with the release of DTR. We're getting so much cooler, fancier water floating memory that Lost in Thought was going to be problematic. Now, speaking of problematic, this is our third card from MRC being banned. That set was so strong, and it's clearly showing us why, with the amount of powerhouses being banned from it. And then additionally to that, this is our third water card being banned. Every other element has one, but now water is 3 times the amount of every other element. And it's partially to thank the DOA FTC meta, because water was considered the weakest. It didn't really have a lot of strategies, didn't have a lot of stuff going on for it. So Weebs definitely buffed up water, gave it some power in the upcoming sets, and I think it was a little too much power because these individual cards are so strong. Now, I don't like how we have so many bans. It is starting to feel a little overwhelming. So maybe Weebs are going to start looking and considering some unbannings. It is just, we're at 8 bans now, and it is a lot to especially tell newer players and keep up with it. But I really enjoy how Weebs are keeping track of the metagame, trying to make sure it's healthy and fun, and maintaining the player base's overall positive attitude towards the game, because you really don't want a 3-month meta that's super unplayable because there's a card running rampant in it. So good on them. Happy to see that they are making proactive changes, but curious to see if there's going to be any unbannings in the future. Now we go to Category 2. We see Chalice of Blood and Crystalline Mirror. Fine with those staying in Category 2. They may be problems in the future, but they're not really ban-worthy right now. And then last but not least, in Category 1, we have the Tidestone Bovine moving up. And yeah, this card's good. The fact that it mills you 2 does exactly what Water wants to do. And if you're in Tamer, you just abuse it with the floating memory. Combine it with like a Primordial Ritual, something like that. So definitely can see how this can be a problematic design space in the future. And to mention, Gaia's Blessing is no longer in Category 1. It is completely removed. The card that a lot of people were complaining about, a lot of people said that this was the reason slimes were so strong, is now gone. And it's come to realize that slimes were not strong because of Gaia's Blessing. Slimes were strong because of a bunch of other stuff, and it was just the right meta for them. Slimes do struggle in certain matchups, and a couple of the strong decks right now, slimes really don't do that well into. So I fully understand Gaia's Blessing coming down, and plus maybe that unlocks some Terra Sylvie decks in the future that aren't just completely slimes, but we'll see. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts on these meta changes and this ban list down in the comments below. Super excited for the release of Distorted Reflections coming out July 25th. That's exactly when this ban list goes into effect, and we'll all catch you in the next video.